So hey all. So I hope everybody's doing all right. As far as an introduction, I can say that things are finally underway. Seriously, I guess for Star Trek Las Vegas, which is in a couple of months. We officially have our plane tickets and hotel now, and a lot of the arrangements have already been made. So it's looking like it's pretty much a done deal at this point. So I'm looking forward to that. We've been doing it a couple of times already, and we've been there for the last few years. So I'm hoping that this year will be pretty much just like it used to be, because we'll be back in the old hotel. It was in Bally's for a year, but now it's going back to the Rio, which I think is really a better venue for the convention because it's laid out better, the traffic flow is better, and I think it just was a better convention at that particular hotel. I mean, it worked fine last year. I can't really complain. I think it worked out pretty well, but it will be, I think hopefully a little bit more like it usually is at the Rio. Um, One thing that does kind of make me wonder a little bit is that I know that they said that this year they're going to have 2 photo areas to break it up, and I'm not exactly sure how that's going to result in scheduling, like what you do. I mean, before, if you had a conflict, there was only one photo area, so you knew where to go. Now, I assume they'll probably be in the same room. My best guess is that they're going to set it up on either side of that large room that they usually use for photos. But as far as specifically, what you're going to do, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I guess we will find out. And anyway, in writing news, I haven't been producing a lot of new material this past week because I ran into, I guess, what I would call a little bit of a hiccup. I'm still working on the chapter, and I kind of diverted my attention to something else for a little bit just to kind of get my mind off of it. Maybe, kind of like when you're thinking about it a lot, it doesn't necessarily come to you. So, I mean, it helped at least a little bit in that I got some more of an outline done, and I started an organizational project, which I will talk about a little bit later. Some information that I had never really tracked before that I'm trying to do now that I have slowly been working on getting a handle on my various projects, and hopefully this will result in good stuff going forward. In video news, I am currently working on a vlog, which of course I'm shooting as I'm speaking. I finished the audio for the 3rd part of the 4-part series on Act 3. I tried to do it last session, but I kept running out of things to say or getting stuck. And it's like, when you're trying to do something and just no matter what, you just can't get it right. That was that project last week. But I started with it this week, and it took a couple of extra takes, but I think it finally came out well enough that I was satisfied with it. I made some additional notes in my notes just so that I knew where I was going with each topic, and I think it helped. I think it really made it a lot more coherent, and hopefully something that sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I also have the audio recording done for the review for Rafts. I still have to shoot the video plate, which I think I'll probably do some video stuff today. Shoot the actual visual part of the videos for a couple of things, but I will let my mood decide whether or not I feel like editing and uploading them this week, because it is a lot. But we will see, one thing at a time. As long as I at least get some of the video plates done, I'll have 2 potential videos ready to go, and that's a significant amount of progress. So we'll see. Let's see. Books I am reading. I have taken a momentary pause on the Complete Red Vixen adventures. I have finished part 3. I fought the Claw and the Claw 1, which was really fun to read. I will say that I kind of am intrigued by the fact that each installment seems to kind of add a little bit more to the same group of characters from a different viewpoint. So it's been interesting and enjoyable to read, and I am definitely looking forward to finishing the rest of the Red Vixen adventures, which I think is no longer technically complete because there's been more added to it since then, but still. I know there's 4, 5, and 6, and there's some more stuff afterwards, but one thing at a time. I'm kind of, at least for a little while anyway, enjoying the break. Working on reading Scars of the Golden Dancer, which is Night Eyes Dayspring's book, which I believe won a Coyote and a Leo award. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it won 2 awards. So far, I'd say I'm enjoying it. It's really good. I've reached what I think is just about the midpoint of the story, and I mean, so far I don't really have any complaints. There's some minor issues, and I really do mean minor. Um, like I saw a typo and a I think a word missing, but again, minor. It's like that's something that's something I've seen in all levels of writing. So, that's not any kind of a ding against the book. But the characters are good. I like the different feel that the alternating narrators provide. It's a setting that I probably would not have visited myself, in terms of because I usually avoid desert settings. But I want to say also that reading a lot of these fandom works in particular, and just things that I wouldn't normally read, I found very enlightening, because it just kind of opens my mind to possibilities and to worlds, and that all these things that I never would have encountered if I hadn't wanted to expand my horizons. So let this also be a little commentary on the beauty of an open mind. Maybe sometimes, I mean, admittedly, sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes I've read some books that are just horrible, and I was glad that I was done with them, or wished I'd never picked them up. But I mean, a lot of them are not, and you kind of, it's one of those things, like, you have to open your mind and open your heart, because if you don't take the chance of something, I mean, if you don't take the chance of getting hurt, you might not take the chance of running into something beautiful. And that's something that I really want to say is definitely the case with Rafts. It's definitely been the case with the Red Vixen Adventures. It's been the case with Scars so far. It's like, it's all books that I might not have read if I hadn't had this desire to kind of expand my horizons, and that's kind of what I feel all 3 of them have done. So, to Royce, to Chunu, and to Night Eyes, definitely thank you. I'm still working on a lot of your material, so bear with me, but I will say once again that they are settings that I would not necessarily have encountered any other way, and I appreciate the opportunity to play in your sandboxes for a little while. I am contemplating book things because I have reached a point that it has taken me a very long time to get to. I have a finished novel that I want to release. And the question I am still wrestling with, at least for now, and I would appreciate input from any of you, even if you're not writers, even if you are. I mean, if any of you guys, any of you ladies and gentlemen that have done publishing either traditionally in furry or self-publishing, weigh in the comments and let me know what you think I should do. Because I would like to know, I mean, I'm trying to decide what the best plan is for me. Should I reteach myself self-publishing? Should I approach a furry publisher with what I have and cross my fingers and see if they like it? I don't know. It's a lot of scary stuff that I need to just get past and move forward and make a decision. But at least at the moment, I'm not quite ready to make that choice yet. But if you have some time and would like to perhaps beta read for me, if you would like to give me your thoughts on your experiences on doing either, I could use anything that you could tell me. So feel free to weigh in, because I want to get this book out hopefully by the end of the year. Worst case, early next. But I would like to have something to be able to maybe even make dealing at a convention worth it. I would have at least 2 books to sell, so there would be that. And hopefully I'll have some more short story projects released by then. I have a bunch of unreleased projects that are sitting, waiting for, let's see, what are they? They are waiting for the run-up to my project, because a lot of these are, I guess, prequels or things that are intended to expand the novel universe. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do now with a lot of my short stories. And this is sort of leading into the next topic, the last topic, getting organized. It's like I have been trying to organize myself for a long time, literal years, and I think I'm finally getting to the point where it's starting to solidify. It's like I have, clearly definable outlines in my outlining software. I have I'm working on a Excel spreadsheet where I'm tracking each book, each project, what the word count is, and so on and so forth, to keep it organized and neat so that I can see all this stuff at a glance and have this information. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I will not have just because, simply put, I did not record the information at the time. But there is some stuff that I think, in the long run, I think this will benefit me, at least in terms of when I need a clear picture, when I need a reminder, when I need to see what I've already done, when I need to jot down ideas, manage projects. I think in the long run it will help me keep all of this stuff under control and in a format that I can follow. Let's see. That being said, I've also been trying to convert some of the older file formats into the new Word document, because I had to download a new version of Word a couple of months ago, and it's on both of my machines now, and it's like whatever the current version of Microsoft Office is, which you now have to lease rather than buying it outright. Which, I mean, is fine, because it's like something I use all the time and it's something that I need. So that's been okay. But that being said, it's like it's kind of nice updating everything, because it gives me an excuse to go through it anyway, and like log like page word counts and stuff, and maybe I'll finally know how many words my werewolf book actually has in it, because I never tracked that information at the time. But now I'm looking at it less as a measure of my value, but more as a curiosity, as just to know, so. But I mean, that's it for now. I think I'll probably do a little bit more recording for some of the videos that I have, and I guess that we will see where it goes from there. So I will catch all of you later.
If you like werewolves, check out my book Blue Moon, available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Meow.